There are a lot of books that I've read where the words are failing me, but there's an aroma of the book that remains that is mysterious. I mean, On the Road is one of those. It's not Kerouac's best book by far, and yet the aroma of it is astonishing. The Great Gatsby is the same for me. I do not share this opinion, and I'm not alone in this, that of the flaws, that there are no flaws in The Great Gatsby, that it is the perfect American masterpiece. It isn't for me. And yet, how does one explain this sensation of melancholy and beauty? So their words are failing and inadequate, whereas other books I do see as perfect, and yet I'm not left with that same feeling. So communication, how does one communicate to a mushroom? How does the mushroom communicate to oneself? Well, the world is filled with sentient beings, and how do they communicate? And that's why love and service are so essential, because words are not involved in that. Not involved.
The Great Gatsby for me, yeah, I know what you mean. That's one of those books where it feels like there's something like great, like outside the pages of the book, it's like this sliver, and like the greatness is like somewhere else, not in the book, but you can sort of, like this, it sort of feels like, there's a great 1,000-page novel of which this is an excerpt.
Yeah. And Fitzgerald was very important to me because my impetus to write Force Majeure came from the short stories he wrote called the Pat Hobby stories, which were the stories of a failed alcoholic screenwriter. They were the template upon which my book, Force Majeure, was based, those original short stories. And yet I wanted to take it so much further than not just the times signified for him, but that him as an artist, places where he would never go. I needed, of course, to express my own voice, but he was tremendously important to me. The idea of his being so deeply impaired through alcohol, and yet such a sense of loyalty and discipline toward his wife, who is in a mental hospital, and his daughter, putting her through college, and then completely forgotten. These are all things that I was experiencing as a writer. A forgotten, drug-addicted person whose imagined worth was not acknowledged by the world, and yet felt so responsible to those that he loved, and worked as a hack to provide for those that he loved, etc., and died in Hollywood, West Hollywood, which is where I imagine myself dying,